Good afternoon, I'm Rick Dancer. Welcome to Social Intercourse. And today we're going to talk about not going back. Um, First, I want to say our show is sponsored by New Leaf Hyperbarics and Wellness. I'm doing this because Matt just put a special on where you have to order it by today. So by 5 o'clock today, you have to go on their website and order it. But if you set up a hyperbaric session, it's oxygen, tons and tons of oxygen. For next Tuesday or Thursday, you'll get 35% off, but you have to do it today. So I saw him post that, and I just want to let you know. And I thought, okay, so you know what? I'm going to do a quick show because there's something I also wanted to just talk to you about. And then tonight we're going to be at Chris Dental here in Eugene, my dentist, and we're going to be showing you some of the things that they're doing. If you're looking for a dentist, I was, because I was going to a chain and needed something better, so I found it. So anyway, we're going to be there tonight at 5 o'clock with my wife. So lots of stuff going on online. And what I'm finding myself doing, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he used to be a hang glide or a parachute jump. He used to jump out of airplanes and parachutes. And he said the first, second, and third time he did it, his coach, and I could use the language, but I won't since somebody else is sponsoring it. But well, hello, Virginia and Amy. How are you? He said the first time he jumped out of an airplane with a parachute, his coach said he looked like a monkey beach ball. And so Jim and I were talking about that, going, okay, yeah. He goes, Rick, that's kind of like life, is when we're in a real fearful position. A lot of times we hunker down, we get tense. And instead of relaxing and enjoying the moment of jumping out of the plane and just soaring in the air, he says we're so tense and like this that we look ridiculous and we never enjoy the thing, and we get beat up. He said he was beat up like crazy jumping out of that plane because he wasn't relaxed and he wasn't doing it. And it reminds me of kind of what we're doing right now in the world is, it's really easy to get sucked into all the stuff going on. And there's a lot. Hey, Josh, how you doing? There's a lot going on out there. And hey, Mark. Hi, Mark. Who the hell's Mark? And so anyway, I think to keep yourself from going insane, you really have to draw some lines and say, hi, Jennifer Owen, how are you doing? Draw some lines and not get overburdened with this stuff. Also, we were talking, he and I, and we're going, what I think is really interesting about the fires that we just experienced, especially for those of us who were evacuated. Now, I'm fortunate enough to have my house, someone watching you. Oh, okay. And my house was saved, but I was listening to the radio this morning. It was like 400 homes up the McKenzie. Hi, Dana, are gone. I mean, just gone. So there's some work parties and some pages that I'm trying to get coordinated in my mind. They're coordinating it. But there's going to be some work parties going on, and not all that. One of them's on October 3rd, I heard, but I think they're joining forces. I don't know. They're trying to get this stuff going. But we really have to kind of get in there and help people upriver, because what's going to happen in 2 weeks when their hotel rooms are gone, happy Taco Tuesday, and they don't have anywhere to go. I need to run on Monday morning. I didn't. I couldn't mentally. I realized my mind was still locked into being locked into due to the fires. I ran for the first time today in about 2 weeks, and it was hard. It was really hard. I hurt. Went swimming at Willamette Lane for the first time since the COVID stuff, and what a pain in the ass. I'm glad it's open, and they're very nice people doing all their stuff, but it's just like I don't just and I know some people will get on here and start criticizing me for saying this, but sometimes it's just there's so much. It's difficult to go out amongst people because of all the things that have to be done in order just to go into a store and stuff. I see why people stay home. I don't, because my wife and I have to get out and do stuff. Hair is particularly styling today. Okay. Thanks, Ryan. Always important. But do you find that for you that it's harder to go out because of all the, and I know people say that's trite because there's people that are, sick and that kind of thing. I'm just saying it makes it, sometimes you wonder, when is it done? When are we over? When is it? And yet we see, at least I hear the reports are that the numbers are going up. But anyway, Mark, too much red tape sometimes, and inconsistent red tape. Because I can go to 7-Eleven and I can get my own pop. I can get a drink out of the soda fountain. When I go to Mucho Gusto, I can't get my own soda out of the fountain. They have to come around and I have to buy a pop in a can. It's like, I don't even know what that means. Zach, I came this close to calling you and saying, let's go have coffee. And then I got busy. But you and I need to go do that. It stresses people out to go out. Sheila, I really believe that too. I think it is. It's no big deal, really. Just put on a mask and go out. But it's all the little doors you have to go through this way. And I walked into the pool and then went the wrong way. And then I left my keys. They fell out of my bag onto some chair. And so I wasn't supposed to go back out that door. I was supposed to go all the way around to get it, like in my Speedo. And I'm like, I don't think so. So I just broke the rules, went against the arrows, ran out, grabbed my keys. But it's all that little kind of stuff that's just such a pain in the ass. Explain what it's like going to Alamo Lane. Do you go there, Helen? So you have to stand outside. I go at 7:00 in the morning, a couple days a week. This is the first time I've been back though. So you got to stand out in line, and then they do let you in, and they make it as efficient as they can, but their computer system's not up to snuff to do anything. I called and asked them yesterday, how am I supposed to make an appointment when I can't even, your computer system sucks. And they admit it. They go, it's not meant to do this, but they have to do something because that's the orders. Bud Spencer, heart has been breaking for my Oregon friends. Yeah, it's been horrible. It's just one thing after the other. Going out has turned into a production instead of being enjoyable. Exactly. And it's okay to talk about this because, I think it is. Some places seem to have gone too far in production. Yeah, it's so inconsistent. We found that when we traveled too, when we were in Idaho and Montana and Eastern Oregon and all kinds of stuff. One place would be like this and another place would be like this. And so you just don't know what to do. Dana, this shall pass. When? It's been 8 fucking months. Still can't go into the lobby of the bank without an appointment. I walked into the bank the other day with my mask on. It felt so good because I felt like I was a robber. Our special needs daughter starts school in person on Monday. We are feeling really good about that. That's awesome. And I have to say, I saw some kids standing out in Springfield like they were little kids. I don't know who's going to school and who's not. But they were little kids waiting for the bus, and it felt so normal. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I go out anyway. I can't be locked in my house. I do too. Kathy and I are damned indeterminate when we're going out and stuff like that. But it does make it so that, even on a day, like by the end of the day, we'll go. We went to a movie on last Saturday and then this last Saturday. So 2 weeks in a row, we've been to movies because that's what we used to do all the time. So we're really forcing ourselves to go to the theater. And even that, it's just, you do what you got to do so that the theater can stay open. But yeah, it's just like, part of it's probably because some of us feel like this is a lot of overkill, and then some people don't. But I don't want to talk about that. The hurdle for going out is real. Not only are requirements for places inconsistent, confusing, other people are making impatient. I had a lady. Well, I don't know if I should tell you that. I had somebody at our gym. Mine slipped down off my nose, and I'm trying to breathe, and I came down, and she came over and she walks right up to me and says, why isn't your mask on? And I said, why don't you mind your own business? Because it had slipped off. And it's none of her business. It's not like I was, trying to be horrible. But the look on her face was, and then she starts arguing with me. I said, just get out of my space. You're within 6 feet of me. And now I don't feel comfortable. So you're going to have to move. There's only 2 of us in the whole gym. 2. And so I said, get away. If you're uncomfortable, then you need to not be here like that. And then, then I pulled it back up come on, get off my ass. It's about compliance, not care. What a fucking joke. It will pass in 2025. Oh God, Mark, I'm going to kill you. I'm kidding. Oh God, Facebook hears that and they'll pull me. Went to an interview and no one in mask but me and the interviewer. Yeah, I've been to other places um, that you never know what, and you adapt and you do things, but I guess it just all comes down to. I heard that they're going to be canceling in school now for K through 3. Huh? For what school district? I don't know when, but there are a few moments that feel normal. I don't have any. What rules are theater? At the theater, you make sure you do your reservation so that and they only let you get, certain, you can't get right next to other people. You and me and Kathy can, but you get concessions. You wait in line. It's 6 feet, just like everybody else. But yeah, it's not. I mean, it's nothing. It's actually, you're supposed to keep your mask on during the movie and only have it off when you're eating and drinking. So we just ate and drank the whole time. And there was only like I bet there was 15 people in the theater and stuff. I'm going out mostly, and I am in and out. I wear my mask in the stores in public, but I rip it off the moment I get to my car. I rip it off the moment I get out the door, like of my office. If I'm in fresh air and I'm not within 6 feet of people, I just I just wear it around my neck and I pull it down. That's the rule. You have to be 6 feet from people, so that's what I do. Because of my asthma, I have a hard time with the mask. It's hard to breathe. Working out, it's really hard to breathe, but I'd rather be doing that than not working out. Fernwood School District is what I heard. K through 3, not in session. In Idaho, they're all in session. In Montana, I think, too. That's why I haven't gone back to the gym yet. That lady would probably read me the riot act, too. Well, I gave it back to her. And it's not like I'm running around without it's just ridiculous. Bethel hasn't allowed back K through 3 yet. They were going to do a hybrid, but didn't go through with it. Okay. This is interesting. I didn't know that. I miss going to the theater. Well, they're open. I mean, Broadway Metro is open, Cinemark and Regal. I don't know about the Bijou because I go where I'm going to, where the movies are. Here's a school cancellation for South Lane, but I heard also it's statewide. Staff, parents, guardians, families today, the health metrics for Lane County continue to increase the health risks for starting in-person school. This means students in kindergarten will not be able to begin school on Monday in their schools. All kindergarten and first grade students will begin school on Monday, September 28th, online and comprehensive district learning. That's what you heard. Okay. Wow, Sarah, you're got lots of information. Puffing on an inhaler through a mask. To kind of, and I'm not trying to pick on smokers, but I do find it kind of funny when you see like smokers and they pull their mask down and then they're smoking a cigarette. I think it's kind of humorous. I don't know why. I guess, like I said, I think people should be allowed to do what they're going to do. Smoking is it drives me crazy because I had cancer. When I had cancer and people would smoke, I just get so angry because it's like, you guys are asking for this. I'm not. That kind of bothered me. But I'm also really big on people should be allowed to do what they're going to do. Not as long as it's away from me, I'm fine with that. And most smokers I know are super considerate about that. I don't mind at all wearing a mask. Just wish my glasses wouldn't fog up so much. Well, Chris, that's just because you're so steamy. Oh, yeah, I know. I don't like wearing them, but it's just because I can't breathe. I kind of have hard breathing anyway. I'm always kind of plugged just from allergies. I have a lot of allergies, and so I'm always kind of plugged. So it just makes it really hard to breathe. It's off topic, but I want to go home. Still not able to go home from the fire. Amy, I am so sorry. Let's get off topic. I like this topic better. What can we do for you? That would be so horrible because I'll tell you what, I was only a week in a motel and it felt like the longest week of my life. My wife and I were sitting there having dinner last night and we're saying, you know what, if I still had to be if I was still gone, that would be horrible. And so for you, people like you, where do you live, Amy? Amy. What part of, are you in Blue River? Shaving cream will fix that. My blues are so bad lately with COVID and the fires. Um, I'm over COVID. I'm not sad about it anymore because I think the fire cured me of that. Because here's for me why. Um, is with COVID, everybody was being little stinkers about, to me, I think. It made everybody kind of angry, and it made people not caring and considerate, and people were judgmental and stuff. But the fire came, and all of a sudden that all went away like overnight, and everybody was like, how do I help people? What do I do for folks? How do I, people coming out of the woodwork. Didn't matter. COVID wasn't scary anymore. They weren't afraid of it because now we had something that was coming in and burning people's homes, actually moving in. We could see it. And I think that we've been wearing masks. When I get a glimpse of their mouth now, it looks like they're an alien. I don't know if I told you this, did you guys, that I'm 1 mile from being able to, oh my gosh, no, Amy, 0.1. So you're 0.1 mile, like a tenth of a mile from being able to go home. Oh my gosh, I'd be so frustrated. Oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. So this nonsense, for what it's worth, this is a virus and it will never go away no matter what we do. What we do, go back to normal and take precautions when dealing with. Yeah, I know, Tracy. You should spike your hair up. You would be real life version of Johnny Bravo. LOL, you the man, bro. Keep up the good work. I can make that shit go up. I mean, it'll stay. If I get the right hair product on there, I mean, seriously, hold on. Come on, Tim. You made the suggestion. Now look at that. I mean, could you imagine going out like that? Like walking out in a building? Johnny Bravo. The shaving cream trick doesn't work. It was a lie. Yeah, Tanya. It was a lie. Jackie Ann Sherwood, it worked for me. We've tried various things and it worked. I just had an uncle die yesterday from the virus. That's sad, Susan. Now, where does he live? What part of the world is he in? That sucks. It worked for about 3 minutes on mine. What is it that you do? I don't understand. Like the shave, is this a shaving cream thing that I don't know about? I need a description. My in-laws are getting their motorhome ready to sell, hoping they find someone who needs it and can afford to buy it. I was in Redding, California. Fires ravaged the area. Yeah, that was a bad one too, Keith. Craig Putnam. Helen Beeching. Who needs a mask? Not one of us. That's who. Craig, you're going to start a fight and you're going to start problems here. So, yeah, everything's, so anyway, you guys don't get over wrapped up in this. I tell you what, one of the great things I'm doing is when I go home, I'm not looking at social media very much because I watched that movie, The Social Dilemma on Netflix. That really kind of gets to you because you realize how much they're feeding you information that you want to hear so that you'll do advertising. So they're changing an entire culture. We're no longer talking about issues. We're yelling at each other. And people are just, it's already now, it started with timber. It's not forest management versus climate change, which is what they're doing. And what everybody's trying to make it into. It's really both. Until when they try to separate them and put us against them. So it's, the people who want more forest management versus the people who want more climate change precautions. It's both. And so you have to compromise and you have to come to the table and compromise about that. You're not right and neither is the other person. There's a happy medium that has to be reached. And that's how the United States used to work, is we reached compromises. We don't all get our way because what if you're not right? And what if somebody else isn't right? And you're affecting other people's lives and you don't give a shit. I think that's the problem. So for a second, you took Facebook off your phone. It is a great, Dana's right. It's a great documentary, and you should just watch it just to kind of get a really good idea of what could be happening. And then you take your phones away from your children. Mine are too old, but if you had small children, you probably would want to. So again, you guys, real fast, New Leaf Hyperbaric and Wellness Center. That's the air, the oxygen tanks you go in. If you order today I think they close at 5 or 6. If you go online and order it today for an appointment next Tuesday or Thursday, you'll save 35%. And it's a really great way to go in after what we've been through with our lungs and all the smoke in the air, and get kind of a breath of fresh air. And it really makes you feel better. It really feels good. And I haven't talked to Matt. I just saw he posted it on my page, and I was like, man, that is a hell of a deal. And so I thought I'd come in here and tell you a little bit more about that. Okay, tonight we'll be live coming to you from Chris Dental. He's my dentist. If you're looking for a dentist, you want somebody who really knows what he's doing. Kathy's first appointment's going in, so we're going to put her on there. And she'll be talking. Hold on, I want to get Nicholas in here. How do you feel about the notion of splitting up Oregon, state of Jefferson, or greater Idaho? I did a show on that, Nicholas. You should go look on our YouTube channel. There is a show on there. I talked with the guy who's in charge of coming up with that idea. Factors in climate change. But it should. But what I'm saying is we need to talk about both of those issues together. Don't let them make it us against them. That's not what it is. That was an amazing and eye-opening movie. Barbie, it was scary, wasn't it? I mean, really scary. All right. So anyway, I got to go. Got some other stuff I need to do. I'm Rick Dancer. This is Social Intercourse. And as always, you have to bring your own protection. I don't provide any protection. You have to bring your own. And we want to thank Matt at New Leaf Hyperbarics and Wellness for sponsoring this, so we can have a conversation, and also so that you can find out about that deal. But you got to call him today. Get online and go make an appointment. That's for Tuesday and Thursday of next week, but you have to do it today. Save 35%. Hell of a deal. All right. Have a good day. Eric Johnson, the entire West Coast should be split up into more states so we have more senators. I 100% agree. Because places like Eastern Oregon and Eastern Washington, they don't have enough representation. And so the Valley runs everything. And that is not fair. That's not the way it was supposed to be.